Fairgoers are excited about the fair and organizers are ready to get it started. The ribs, the sausage, oh my goodness. That looks delicious. Tell us where you're from, too.
Actually, I'm from Arcadia, but I live in Gibson.
So a lot of work for everyone in the Idabel community. They are helping each other out to clean up and just get back on their feet. As you can imagine, this was a powerful tornado moving through this area. And tonight at 9 and 10, we are going to hear from a homeowner who is thankful she survived. Monday, October 24th is when they'll meet again at 11:30 a.m. The committee is also planning listening sessions for the community. You don't have to be a farmer to know that it's hard work and long days. Some years the yield's good, other years not so good. So who wouldn't sign an agreement to lease their property for that kind of money?
More stories of bullying surfacing after a Benton teenager's suicide. Another family's planning to file a lawsuit against Bossier schools. KTBS 3's Jade Bulecza sat down with that family and their attorney.
Holly Klosterman tells us her son Cody endured bullying at Platte Elementary in September, but while the bruising has faded, the pain hasn't gone away.
And when I asked him what happened, he said that he was attacked on the playground by a bully underneath the slide.
On September 19th, Holly Klosterman claims her son, 7-year-old Cody, came home from school beat up and bruised.
And they started to trip me and kick me, punch me. And I did this, and then he kicked me in the armpit.
Klosterman says she took him to the emergency room and he was diagnosed with a mild concussion. This is a report showing his follow-up visit to a doctor the next week. He was then treated for a nightmare disorder and anxiety.
Another one of his classmates, which this boy overheard, that he had a crush on his best friend, who is a boy. And then the extreme vulgar name calling began. Derogatory F-bombs continuously. You're weak, you're small, you're tiny.
After the attack on the playground, the attorney says it wasn't the teachers or others on campus. It was the bus driver who noticed Cody was not acting like himself.
The most alarming part was that he had been attacked, brutally attacked in the playground, and there was no supervision, and that there was nothing done after the incident.
Attorney Amira Mackey is representing the Klosterman family and says she is gathering information for the case and working to get the video from the playground. Klosterman says this isn't the first time Cody was bullied. Klosterman told us she has called his teacher before because of ugly things being said to him.
And the teacher was like, "Do you know the child's name?" And I was like, "No." She was like, "I'll talk to Cody." She did not ask Cody who it was that was bothering him and did not move him, and this child sat next to him in class.
The day of the attack, Klosterman called the sheriff's office. However, they told her there wasn't anything they could do.
Apparently in Louisiana, there's a law for age of culpability for a child and their actions, especially when it comes to assault and things of that nature. So if the child is under the age of 10, they are below the age of culpability.
KTBS 3 News called the Bossier Sheriff's Office. Detectives say they investigated the bullying complaint, then closed the case. They say it's not a criminal issue, it's a school issue. Mackey says they are planning to sue. It's not a settlement they want, but a change in the Bossier school system.
Bossier Parish has already had lawsuits against them for almost identical issues, with children in elementary school being beaten up on the playground, not being supervised as they should have, and nothing being done with regards to the disciplinary actions against the assailant.
The spokeswoman for the school system says they cannot comment on any sort of bullying investigation. And also, now that the case is in litigation, the school system adds there is nothing it can release, including video KTBS 3 News requested of the playground where Klosterman says the attack happened. For KTBS 3 News, I'm Jade Bulecza.
Tenants on Stoner Avenue have to be out of their apartments by tomorrow. Good evening. I'm Greg Liggins.
And I'm Johnette Magner. KTBS 3's Jade Bulecza is on your side, and she spoke with one of the tenants and the property owner.
I got a 1-year-old baby, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, they don't care.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, they don't care.
I got to put my stuff in my son's house, and I got to go stay with a friend so I can find me somewhere to go. You know what I mean?
This is heartbreaking. That people don't care. Yeah, they don't care.
The building's owner, Johnny Kaplinger, said the city told her to add central heat and air. The city said electric heaters were not acceptable and exhaust was needed over the stove. She said the structure is not built to easily accommodate what the city is requiring her to do, and it would cost her tens of thousands of dollars to make the adjustments.
We're pretty much needing assistance with the 1-bedrooms, any openings as far as first month's deposit. Really, we need. I called on the city all week. I've been calling on the city council to talk to the mayor's office, things of that nature.
Kaplinger is 84 years old, and she's had some tenants for 20 years. Rent is $400, and putting out these 8 tenants on the streets is the last thing she wanted to do.
I just called a man. He told me to come up with $1,000. What am I get $1,000 in?
Kaplinger says there are 3 buildings. One building is boarded up and no one living there. She said this ordeal started because someone complained about safety. Jade, Bulecza, KTBS 3 News.
In a move to fight high crime, Shreveport Police Chief Wayne Smith brought back the Community Response Unit. That's after he was named top cop at the start of the year.
KTBS 3 special assignment anchor Jade Bulecza got a first-hand look at how the Community Response Unit patrols the streets of Shreveport.
A bunch of stuff going on here.
We rolled up on officers searching a car that turned up what appeared to be crack cocaine here on Snow and Pickett.
If he's back here selling, I guarantee we're going to find him.
You can see one man in handcuffs here.
You're crack or not? Okay. You're under arrest, possession of crack cocaine with a district. Cool enough? Easy enough?
Police say drinking in public and witnessing a drug deal led to a scene like this. There wasn't any downtime for these officers. In a non-confrontational way, they explained in detail to each person why they were stopped.
She never had a driver's license. When I checked her driver's license, she was under suspension on a pseudo number.
I need to go get some things handled Monday, and then I'll be good.
So we inform them, and once we inform them, they're a lot happier going away from it instead of everything being sprung on them.
All right, thank you, officer. Thank you, Lieutenant.
It's been a busy night for Shreveport Police. I'm here with the Community Response Unit. We've been out on self-initiated traffic stops to dispatch calls, and we're here on scene at a narcotics investigation. During a traffic stop, police say the passenger of this car tried to hide some items from officers and gave a fake name. This woman was taken to jail.
What's on for? I'm about to tell you. Post Miranda, I was finally able to get her to identify her true self, and upon her identifying herself, I did find that she was a wanted person out of Caddo District Court. She's got some warrants for illegal discharge of firearms and drug paraphernalia.
The Community Response Unit is proactive, targeting crime trends and spikes in the city. The CRU was disbanded in 2019 because of a shortage of officers. And while the police department remained short of officers, Wayne Smith resumed its operation about 5 months ago after he became chief.
And it has been very effective. What we've seen is that we've been able to take a lot of bad guys off the street, as well as disperse some of the clusters of the crimes we were having in specific areas of town.
There's a sergeant, lieutenant, and 6 officers on the unit. Do you think your unit has contributed to the homicides going down this year as opposed to last?
I would like to think so, yes. Because we're a proactive unit, we can focus on particular complaints and hotspots when patrol can't do that. They don't have the opportunity to do that like we do.
Police say the unit is making an impact out in the field, getting shooters and guns off the street with the goal of making Shreveport safer.